All right, guys, story time. As you probably know by now. So we have this Airbnb, right? It's beautiful. The backyard's beautiful. It's this huge house, so big that we actually had to have a live tour. The girl called me. She's like, hey, like you have to, whenever you come in, let me know. We're going to do a live tour because people have gotten lost because this house is so big or the layout is so confusing. I'm like, okay, all right. So, you know, first day is fine. It's great. We're hanging by the pool. We're playing Smash, whatever. Day 2 comes by, people are in the gym. There's a gym room. It's kind of separate from the second house, but it's not a complete guest house, okay? So it's connected. It's just like there's a separation between the two, all right? There's a sauna in said gym room, and it's kind of a jank gym room. It's pretty old. Anyways, somebody turns on the sauna, and I don't even think that, like, it's definitely not our fault, okay? The sauna was jank, and there was no sprinklers. Anyways, so we go to they work out in the morning. Maybe 4 hours later, somebody says, it smells like there's a barbecue going on. Nobody thinks anything of it. And then we're giving somebody a house tour. You know, we're just like, oh yeah, look at, you know, this is the house, this is the gym. They open the door and it's smoky. And Sydney's like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then everyone's like, that smells like a fire. So Anthony goes in and the sauna door is on fire. Like straight up just, what the fuck? That's a big fire. So we're kind of all freaking out. But I at this point, I was actually, me and Lily were playing piano. Okay. We had no clue what was going on and nobody yelled like fire. Like nobody really understood how big of a deal it was at this point. You know, like it's not in the main house. So we're kind of like, is it going to go away? What's going to happen? Okay. So sauna door is on fire, all right, and it's spreading at this point. And again, me and Lily are just like playing piano, whatever. And to my left is Sean. He's making this me character, and it's troll as fuck. Okay, so nobody knows what the heck is going on. Okay, and so by the time that Lily and I are done playing piano, they are shutting the door to this guest house gym area, and you can see the smoke like through the window of the door, and it's just. You cannot see through it. It's completely like this gray smoke, okay? And everyone's like, so I get up, I'm like, fire? And we're like, yeah. I'm like, is anyone, what's the fire department? Okay, and at this point, I'm like, trying not to freak out. I've never had a fire experience. You know, I don't know what to do, okay? And it's so troll because Sean finally finishes his me character. He's like, guys, I finished my me. And it looks like handsome Squidward, okay? And then everyone's like, Sean, there's a fire. There's a actual fire going on. He's like, wait, like, can we just put it out? And we're like, no, the entire room is like, you cannot go in there, right? So we call the fire department, who took like 10 minutes to get there. And at this point, we're kind of all like, oh shit, what do we do? And so I'm like, I think everyone should like pack up their crap, you know, pack up your stuff just in case, get your animals. And my room, the room that I was staying in was closest to the fire. So I was so scared that like the fire would spread and that Genji, I don't know, something would happen to Genji. So I like pack up all my stuff and grab Genji, and we kind of think, at this point, that the fire department's going to come put it out and it's going to be okay. So I'm like kind of chilling. I'm like, whatever. I'm not too anxious yet. I don't have a lot of adrenaline yet. I'm like, okay, like I'm sure this is going to be fine. Everyone's safe, thankfully. And then the fire department comes and they're like, everybody get the fuck out. Like, time to evacuate right now. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like grabbing Genji. I'm putting him in my carrier. I'm like, okay, let's go. And I'm like really trying not to freak the fuck out because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm safe, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then also, Palm Springs is hot. It's like 114 degrees at all times, okay? And so, we're like packing our stuff up, and we get in John's car, and I'm like, okay, I'm so anxious at this point, and I'm also just so incredibly terrified that like the car is gonna overheat and that Genji's gonna die. And so then we're trying to find hotel rooms, we're trying to like contact the Airbnb host, and like it's just everyone is kind of freaking out a little bit, you know, because like we don't have anywhere to stay at this point. We just got there. It's literally day 2, morning of day 2, pretty much like afternoon. And then Genji is screaming. Okay, Genji like hates being in his carrier. Sydney was just saying how everyone was calm. Okay, my car was definitely not very calm. And I was definitely not calm at all. I had almost a panic attack in the car. I like completely shut down. Okay, and it was really funny because Broden could see that I was shutting down. And so Broden was like, look at the outside. I'm gonna go grab this. Broden was like, music. And then John's like, Animal Crossing music. Oh, we love Animal Crossing. We're just gonna put on some Animal Crossing. Oh, and then Genji's fine. And like, and I'm like sitting in the front seat, like, just dead silent. And I could tell that I had so much adrenaline that like I'm not really processing what's going on. I know, Broden. Yeah. Jana said you started filming. I didn't start filming until we got to the new Airbnb. So thankfully, yeah, the sauna caught on fire and it wasn't up to code and there was no sprinklers. So the Airbnb really fucked up, okay? And they went into full, like, oh, we gotta fix this mode. No, head empty, no thought. I was head empty. The only thing that I was actually really worried about was like Genji. I was like, I'm so scared that Genji's gonna be really stressed. Or, I don't know. So yeah, thankfully about 2 hours later, okay, that was what was really scary. It was like we're in the hot car for so long, but thankfully, yeah, about 2 hours later, the Airbnb like relocated us to this really beautiful house. Which I'm sure you guys saw some pictures of. But thankfully, you know, we all eventually got there. We like were able to go back to the house and like save the food that we bought and things like that and grab everything. But that was when I started filming. What was John's reaction? John was kind of laughing. John was to the point where he's like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, this is comedic. Did you vlog? No, I was so stressed. Like, the last thing that I was thinking about was vlogging, honestly. I was just more so worried about, like, everyone being safe and, like, my cat being okay, everyone's cats and animals being okay, that I was stressed. Okay, so John put on Animal Crossing music for me, and he's like, it's okay, but also at the same time, he's like, I'm like, yeah, no, I was stressed, okay? But, fine, I got to that point, right? Like, once we were safe and I guess, like, also I was stressed that we weren't gonna have a place to stay and we would have to drive all the way home and our animals would be so hot. Like, I know Peter's cats were panting. Like, it just was hot. Like, Palm Springs is a desert, you know? So, yeah, I think once we relocated and I realized everyone was safe, that was when I took that story. I was like, yeah, so there was a fire, but don't worry, they relocated us, it's lit. But yeah, the pool was beautiful, the backyard was like, thankfully we got a really nice Airbnb. I was actually really scared that we would get sent to like some, you know, shit, you know? Y'all, your first priority is vlogging, then you gotta reevaluate your, okay, I did not vlog at all. I don't know, that wasn't, I guess I really should have, technically, but I don't know. I just was not my main thought. So,